Brian, you've had a full week on the training pitch with the squad now. How has it been getting to know everyone and working with the players?
Very exciting. The first week has gone relatively quickly, and trying to get the inner workings of the players and what makes them tick and how we can push them to improve is probably the most fundamental part of that week. But the early impressions are very, very positive, and very excited to see what we can achieve moving forward.
What messages have you given to the boys, and have you been pleased with what you've seen so far in the last few days?
Yeah, the key message is to be open-minded in terms of what they can achieve, and we believe that we know how to achieve that. But the things that we're going to ask them to do are not normal, I suppose, in terms of how much we're going to push them, and they just have to have an appetite to embrace that change and see what they can achieve, because we do believe there is no limitations to what a lot of these players can achieve. But that takes a lot of work consistently on the training pitch every single day, which is the cornerstone of what we believe in and how we do it. And as such, the time that we spend here at this amazing training facility is of the most importance to us.
You've been joined this week by Kevin Gibbons, our new head of performance, who completes the coaching staff with yourself, Lee Riley and Gavin Ward. Can you tell us a bit about your relationship with Kevin and what he's going to bring to the club?
Firstly, I didn't expect Johnny Northeast to leave. I was looking forward to working with Johnny, and obviously he has a great opportunity to pursue something different abroad, so really excited for him and wish them all the best. Kevin is somebody that I've obviously worked with before, and in line with the overall vision of what we have for the club, we want a team that's really exciting to watch and dynamic and exciting. And to deliver that, the players have to have a really particular set of values, and as coaching staff we have to be able to deliver those values and develop the players in a way that is really specific. And Kevin has a deep understanding of adaptation physically in terms of what fitness we require. So the adaptation from the gym and the training pitch to the game that the supporters will see on a Saturday is of fundamental importance to the way that we want to work, and as such his appointment is of paramount importance. And again, really grateful for the club to give me that support to get somebody in who I believe is best in class in such an important role.
And off the pitch, Rob Clark's come in from a data and analysis standpoint. What extra benefits will that bring, having somebody come in with that expertise?
Again, I think there's a real depth of data available at the club, and there's loads of really good work being done. I'm just conscious of the fact that when you come in somewhere new, you have a lot of different things to understand and to implement. And Rob again has a really specific understanding of the way that we want to work and what we want to see in terms of player recruitment and our training model to implement our playing style. So he can go through a lot of the information, liaise with the existing people who work here, and make it really specific and understandable to the players and to the staff, so that we can transfer everything that we want to do in the game situation onto the training pitch, and essentially show the players how committed we are to their development and their improvement. And then obviously it gives them every chance to improve and to be the players that we want them to be for Cardiff City and to make us win.
And one thing that's clear watching training, it's a really dynamic, hands-on setup, and that's something you mentioned before. A really key element of your system is being out here every day on the training pitch and really being involved in all the sessions.
Yeah, none of that is manufactured or is put on. We live for the training pitch and the way that we want to work with the players to improve them, because we believe and we know that that's the best way to give us a chance of winning on behalf of the supporters and the club. I suppose my involvement sometimes can be a little bit too much of the players as such, because they get sick of me, I suppose, in terms of so much so often, and the demands are going to be pretty intense and pretty often. But the way that we work is as a team of staff, really united with the players and the whole club, to try and put together a package that in the overall vision of things becomes very exciting for everybody. But it takes a lot of hard work, and that work is the responsibility of us on the training pitch, which is what we relish.
And last but not least, pre-season games coming up in Spain. How excited are you for that trip, and what benefits will that bring to the squad?
I think they give the players an element of testing what we've worked on in a competitive game where it's not amongst themselves. So we've had plenty of training games already amongst ourselves to push the standard and to push the guys physically. When you go up against an opponent who you don't know as well, it'll be very interesting for us to see how the players react to those situations where it becomes stressful, because a key element of what we're going to do this season is understand that it's not going to go our way, or when we have setbacks, and what it looks like to play for Cardiff in terms of an identity, to never give up and to keep going right to that final whistle. So we're almost looking for those little setbacks in pre-season to see how the players respond and to teach them what it is to develop those traits and improve them, which are such a fundamental part of winning games, which is what we want to do this season.
Brian, thanks very much.